Moseley, high ankle sprain. Seems like he could come back come back for the playoffs if they make it. So, what's the best way to replace him? He went down. They brought in Lenore. He looked unprepared off the bench, so they went to the vet, who's more prepared but less talented. Now they have a week to have a plan and get someone prepared. What would you do as a coach?
You got to start. What's your plan? Do you want you want the best guy out there, or like, because there's
I want to beat Cincinnati.
Right. If you want to beat Cincinnati, you need the best guy, and that might be Dante Johnson if the other guys aren't ready. And that might not necessarily be because they're unprepared, but they just might not be ready to play NFL football today. And that just might not be because they're unprepared. They just might not be good enough. They might not be good enough right now. And that necessarily doesn't mean that they're not prepared. It just means that right now they're not good. They're not at that point in their ability and their ability to play certain coverages. And I mean, I don't know how much run they've gotten up until this point. Usually with rookies and with any young player, we've talked about it before. Playing time matters because that's how you get better. How much run are they really getting in practice? They certainly haven't gotten run in games, so they're not getting that. They're not getting that experience, and they're not being able to take bad situations and then learn off of those bad situations and get better. So if a week of practice and getting in, and I'm sure they're not getting all the reps, right? Because they're talking about Dante Johnson, Embry Thomas, and Lenore. So you have 3 guys splitting reps at one spot. If that's going to get them better and make them be able to cover Jamar Chase this week, and I forgot the other wide receiver's name, but
T. Higgins.
And T. Higgins, then great. And if they do, my question would be, why weren't you giving them reps the rest of the year so that they can go out there and play?
I would start Diamador. I thought that he was actually decent in his first 2 starts. He started the first 2 games of the year, which means he took all the reps with the starters in practice and was prepared. Then they benched him for week 3 so they could get Josh Norman in there. And Norman got hurt, bruised his lungs. And then Diamador Lenore came in there and was awful. Every time he's come in for relief, he's been terrible. But I think that kind of shows that the Niners are only really preparing their starters this year for games. I don't know why. Every time they have a guy come in mid-game, he's terrible. So I'd like to give Diamador Lenore the full week to prepare as a starter because I think Dante Johnson has no chance. No chance.
It's got to be close. Like Lenore has to be close with Johnson. If Johnson is far superior,
dude, if Johnson is far superior to Lenore, that's, oh my God. If Johnson is far superior to any cornerback on this team, that cornerback should not be in the NFL because Dante Johnson probably shouldn't be playing.
He was on Sunday.
Yeah.
He was on Sunday.
He was what?
He was far superior on Sunday than to Diamador Lenore.
In relief. I'd like to see. I thought Diamador Lenore was pretty good in his starts this season. So let him. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. You can always get him a quick hook. You can always give him. You can. Yeah, like preparing Dante Johnson is going to make him better. He's a baseline vet who will give you the same thing every time. Well, that's what you love about him, right? He gets himself ready. Lenore is a rookie. Help him out. If he falls on his face, yank him out of there like they used to do with the Kello.
And sometimes some guys can rise to the occasion. It's later in the year. Now they need him. He might
just gaze into his eyes before the game, make the decision based on that. Just look deep into his eyes. It sounds like Jimmy actually does not think he is to blame mentioning a holding call and a good play by the defense. Does he really think he was good? Yeah.
That's
again, no accountability in this team.
They all do that though. They all do that. Like and then when another team complains about holding, they're like, "Oh, block better."
Yeah, that's the mentality of this team. Thanks for not singing. Show's not over. Perhaps they are just an average team. Time to play Lance, though.
Brad, that's a $10 tip for not singing. So I mean,
yeah, you're right. I still think the team is really underperforming, and that Kyle Shanahan's is doing the least with the most. But I feel you.